think about Nigeria, what comes to your mind first? The people, the culture, or the chaos? Or the invincible lines that, divide us into 6 geopolitical zones, each with its own struggles, its own stereotypes, and beautiful truths. Welcome to 6 Zones, 6 Stories, a mini series in the Nigerian reality season. And in this series, we're setting the tone and sitting with young Nigerians from every single zone to tell one thing: their story, raw, unfiltered, and real.
Welcome to the Sweet and Sour Podcast.
My name is Abdulmumuni Hikmat. I'm a student just like you. I'm passionate about personal development and productivity. So, if this is your first time listening to this amazing voice, don't make it your last. If not, sweetie, you know how we roll now.
Let me hear you say H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T. H to the I to the Q, to the M to the A and the T.
Before we go into today's episode, do me a quick favor and follow us from wherever you're listening, subscribe, share. This really helps us to get more people to listen. Today, we're heading to the northeastern part of Nigeria, a region often spoken about in headlines, but rarely in human stories. Beyond the crisis, this zone carries culture, courage, and deep endurance.
Yeah, hi guys. My name is Gidado Muhammad Abba. I come from Yobe State. I represent Northeast.
All right. So, have you ever visited your state, Yobe, or tell us what the experience was like when you visited that place?
Okay. I was born there actually before I relocated to Abuja, and after then, I have visited several times. The experience is wonderful because my people used to do it there,
What does that even mean?
like once you leave home, the home will leave you.
Okay. So, what is the biggest perception people have about your state or your zone, and is the perception true?
One perception about Yobe and Northeast in general is our people are incredibly resilient and hardworking. Despite the challenges in the region has faced, the strength, dignity, and determination of the people still remain unshaken. And that resilience defines us.
Okay. So, what is the biggest misconception people have about your state, and what is the actual truth?
A major misconception about Yobe and Northeast in general is that it's completely unsafe and undeveloped.
Okay.
But the real truth is Northeast is peaceful and developing actually, and is expanding in the educational institution and the agricultural hubs, and the state actually is rising.
Okay. So, in your opinion, what's the best thing about people from your state or zone?
In my opinion, the best thing about Yobe and Northeast is humility and deep sense of community. We look out for one another. We value respect, hospitality, and the cultural pride.
Okay, so have you ever been ill-treated or given preferential treatment because of where you come from?
The special treatment from the appearance, once I know you are from my state, we notice this person is coming from our side. Like we used to feel like that brotherhood. What anything you look for, you get it at that moment.
Well, has somebody ever ill-treated you or like made you feel bad or done something bad to you because you're from Yobe?
Not at all.
Okay, so what do you believe Yobe State contributes to Nigeria that is not being talked about enough?
Yobe contribute a lot to Nigeria though. Many people don't talk about it. The state is a major center for agriculture, especially the beans, millet, gum arabic, livestock, fish farming, and the Hadejia grew wetland.
The what?
Hadejia grew wetland.
Okay. What other culture do you like in Nigeria or state that you admire? If you're not from Yobe, like what other culture would you like or state, and why?
I'll say Lagos State. I love Lagos.
Why?
Just from the name. Have you been to Lagos?
All right. So, if you had the opportunity to improve something in your state, what sector will you focus on and why?
Education, definitely.
Why?
You know, education is the single most powerful tool to empower people, to reduce poverty, and to develop the community.
Okay. So, tell us goodbye in your language.
Keep listening to Sweet and Sour. Say to Shala Clear.
All right. Thank you so much. Can you introduce yourself and tell us the zone you represent and the state you come from in that zone?
Hi everyone. So my name is Naima Latifa. I'm from Southwest and I'm from Osho State.
Okay, so have you ever visited your state before, and what does that experience, or what was that experience like for you?
Okay, I visited my state before and I do visit at least once every year. Though as busy as I am now, I still try. And then it has always been very nice because, like, you know, when you visit somewhere more than once, there's this kind of rapport you have with people that are living there. So like when you come back and then like nobody acts as a stranger, like there's no that awkwardness. So like you feel at home and it's always nice.
All right. So what is the biggest perception people have about your state that is true?
Okay, so this one is more cultural because, like, you know, now Oshun Oshogbo, this festival stuff. So people say that, like, you know, there's some traditional things that people do, like, okay, how they say that the king will carry, like, I think it's a kind of, let's say, sacrifice. They carry inside calabash. There's one girl, they call the lady an Aruba. So she be the one to carry the calabash on her head to the river, and then so they say that there's a fish that comes out of the water to like collect the calabash. So they say it's true, at least from what I've heard and what people have said. They say it's true, and then like the lady said the lady has to be a virgin, and that's true. They said that the lady like after the whole exercise, like the lady usually like very. She could, like, I don't know how to put it, but then like they say that she will sleep for like how many hours, like she will just be there and she will not be able to do anything at all. They say that one too is true. I think that I've heard that people say, and then they say it's true.
So what is the biggest misconception people have about your state, and what is the actual truth from your perspective?
Okay, so one misconception I've heard that is not true is that they say that because like most of the states that are in Oshun, they are majorly like Muslim dominated, minus the Ife and some other parts. So they say like, you know, then they have this maybe they want to choose an Oba, there is this kind of maybe like preferential this thing that they used to give. So majorly just because of that, it's not exactly true. They say follow the normal tradition and everything. So but you know that obviously this kind of this thing, but it's not that bad, but that's what people shall say.
Okay, so in your opinion, what is the best thing that you know about people from your state? What's the best thing about people from your state?
Well, in my opinion, I feel like people from my state are very hardworking and very creative. They are very lovely and very nice people, very interesting people. So
okay. Have you ever been given preferential treatment because of where you come from, or ill-treated?
I would not say preferential treatment because of where I'm coming from. It's more like a family thing. Like when they say, where are you from? And I tell them that, okay, so I'm from, they be like, so you're a child of this, you're from this family, that kind of thing. They're like, they just like, I know your father, I know your grandpa, this kind of thing. But it's not necessarily like exactly where I'm from, like get that treatment.
Okay. So what do you believe your state contributes to Nigeria that is not being talked about enough?
I feel like one thing that I find that my state has is about the tourist centers. Though it's not well talked about because I feel like the government has not really like develop those areas, like all like okay minus this or she's already the Oshun Shogbo festival and like some of the masquerade whatever that is still very popular, but all these Erinjesha waterfalls, and then like when Aregbesola was there he tried to do some other things, but then because of the subsequent government they just like dropped it one side. So
okay, so what other culture or state in Nigeria do you admire and why?
I don't know, because I always want to be a Yoruba girl.
Period.
But one thing I'm going to say is that like the Hausa culture, I just like the way they do their marriages. It's very nice. And like the way like
The way they do what?
Their marriages now.
Oh,
like
the
how
boxes.
They pamper the bride. Exactly my point. Like I feel like they just take care of that wife. Even though the wife can suffer later, but then like during that marriage period, they just like
What did they favor? That's what that's what they call the box.
Yeah,
Okay.
Kayan
Okay. So if you had the opportunity to improve something in your state, what sector would you focus on and why?
I think it's going to be about the textile sector, because from what I've heard, they said that the origin of Oshun, like the people that brought Oshun State, they usually do tie and dye, and like now it's even like most people don't even know that that's what they do. So if probably I was given like an opportunity to maybe improve something, I would really want to go into that, because if you look at it, all these bubu gowns, they're actually textile, they're actually tie and dye material, and then it's like even rich people, most of these high profile people, that's what they wear, like as a big madam kind of thing. So if they can improve
Like
that sector, exactly, if they can improve that sector, like it's really going to go a long way in the economy of the state.
Okay, thank you so much. So you tell us a goodbye greeting in your language, and add to that, keep listening to Sweet and Sour podcast.
So ẹ̀yin èèyàn mi lóṣogbo, mo kí yín o, ó dàbọ̀, á tún máa rí yín. Keep listening to Sweet and Sour. Thank you very much.
Bye.